Have you ever been in one of those meetings? You know the ones. A room full of brilliant people, but nobody can agree on how to move forward? It's a huge challenge for basically every organization out there. Well, today we're going to look at a really cool case study that tackles this exact problem. We're going to see how AI can be used to turn that storm of ideas into a crystal clear, actionable plan.
So it all starts with a problem that, let's be honest, is super relatable. This quote is from our client in this story, Acme Corporation, and it probably sounds pretty familiar. They've got the right people, they've got good intentions, but they are just stuck. They're spinning their wheels, caught in a cycle of indecision. It's a classic case of the old way of things just not cutting it anymore.
So here's the deal with Acme. They are in the middle of this big digital transformation, and they desperately need to figure out their priorities. They have a feeling that the answers are already inside their own teams, but they just can't seem to get to them efficiently. And this is exactly the kind of mess this new AI-powered approach is designed to clean up. So this isn't just another project. It's basically a pilot program, a mission to prove a new idea. Can an AI-powered process get a team to a decision point faster and maybe even better than the old-school methods? You know, the stakes are pretty high here. Okay, check this out. The plan that was proposed is just beautiful in its simplicity. The objective? It's laser-focused. Find the top 3 priorities for the next 12 months. That's it. The process? It's incredibly efficient. Forget weeks of endless meetings. We're talking about a single 90-minute session. And the deliverable? It's the one thing they're missing, a solid roadmap they can actually act on. Now, to pull this whole thing off, you can't just rely on spreadsheets and whiteboards. Nope. The team is bringing in a specialized digital toolkit. You can think of this as the secret weapon, the engine that's going to turn a totally chaotic conversation into a coherent strategy. So this toolkit really has 2 main parts. First, you've got discussion templates. These basically give the conversation a proven structure, to keep everybody on track. But the second part, now this is where things get really interesting. AI agents that are working behind the scenes, analyzing every single thing in real time. And we're not talking about one generic AI here. No, they set up a whole team of specialized AI agents. Think of them like different expert analysts in the room. Strategy is looking for those big picture connections. Risk is trained to flag potential problems down the road. Innovation is there to push for new, out-of-the-box ideas. And equity, this one's cool, it actively makes sure that quieter voices or maybe underrepresented ideas actually get heard. It's like having an instant, super smart strategy team right there with you. All right, so the client's on board, the tools are ready to go. So how does this thing actually work? Well, it all follows a really clear 5-step game plan that's designed to take the team from total confusion to a solid roadmap. And here they are, the 5 key steps. First, you define the project. Then you design the session. Third, you facilitate the live workshop. Fourth, you generate the final outputs. And last but not least, you reflect on the whole process. It's a simple, repeatable framework for getting results. So those first 2 steps, define and design, that's all the prep work, right? But everything, and I mean everything, comes down to step 3, a single, high-stakes, 90-minute live session. We've got 20 key stakeholders, all in one virtual room, all contributing their ideas at the exact same time. So during this live session, the facilitator throws out these clear, focused questions. But here's the game changer. Instead of one person talking at a time, all 20 people are typing their responses simultaneously. There's no waiting for your turn, no getting interrupted. Every single idea from every single person gets captured instantly. And this is where the magic happens. While all these 20 people are typing away, those AI agents are working furiously in the background. They're reading everything, finding the hidden patterns, and clustering hundreds of raw, messy comments into just a handful of coherent, actionable themes. And they're doing it live, in real time. It's incredible. So, what's the end result of all this? Let's get to the payoff. This is the moment where you really see the power of this AI-facilitated process just click. I mean, this slide just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the before, just a flood of individual, unstructured comments from 20 different people. It's chaos. And on the right, you've got the after, a clean, organized summary of the key themes that the AI pulled out of that chaos. It's literally the difference between raw noise and a clear signal. So with these super clear themes that the AI pulled out, the group can finally stop talking in circles.
They can quickly debate and vote on what really matters. All that initial brainstorming chaos gets funneled down, letting them zero in on the top 3 strategic priorities for the whole company. And this is maybe the most important part. The project doesn't just end with some massive, dense report that nobody's ever going to read. The final deliverable is a professional, client-ready slide deck, a focused 12-month roadmap that was built entirely from the team's own insights. It's a plan they can start using the very next day. Okay, so the client is happy, the project is a success, but the work isn't really done. For anyone using a new process like this, there's one last crucial step: reflection. If you want to get better, you have to look back, analyze what happened, and learn from it. First things first, you've got to ask, what went really, really well? What were the big wins? Figuring out the strengths of the AI tools and the session design, that's how you make sure you can repeat that success next time. But then you've got to be real with yourself about the challenges, right? You have to ask the tough questions. Was it hard for people to get used to the tech? Did the AI spit out a theme that was totally unexpected? Acknowledging the tough parts is the only way you're ever going to improve. And all of that brings you to the million-dollar question. Based on what worked and what was a struggle, how are you going to adapt? What will you do differently next time? That cycle of constantly improving is the absolute key to mastering any new tool or technique. Okay, we've gone from start to finish, from total chaos to perfect clarity. So now the final test is on you. Imagine you step into an elevator with the CEO of Acme. You've got 2 minutes before she gets to her floor. How would you explain the value of what we just did? Thinking about that pitch is the best way to truly get a handle on the power of this whole approach.